go ahead and get started. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday so far. We've had some awesome chats so far in the chat, so welcome to Dhruv and Sam. Thanks for joining in this week. It's going to be a good time. So yeah, let's take a look at yes, sir. So let's get going here. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be formatting a dashboard, and the way that we're going to. So Luke has got a great challenge for us. A really nice, clean business dashboard, kind of a high-level sales table, and we're going to build all of the sheets. And he said and then we're going to use containers and formatting and all that kind of fun stuff to create all of this stuff. So it's going to be a good time. I've got this pulled up, so we'll have this to reference to, and then we'll do all of our Tableau stuff over here. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so we're using Superstore. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to Superstore here. All right, so we can see that we're going to be building a few different charts. This looks like it's discrete month. So we'll do order date, drag that out to columns. It's going to default to year, which is not necessarily what we want. So we will. Okay, this is being slow. There we go. All right, so we'll change this. Comes out as discrete year. We know it's discrete because it's a blue pill. We want it to be on month, so we'll right-click on that and do month. We'll do entire view. Looks like we've got sales on one, so we'll do sales. We'll do the sales number on rows. Change this to bars. And the good thing is that Luke gave us some colors to use. So we'll see what colors these are here. Colors, more colors. Paste that color in. Go. Let's see what color that is. That's kind of a purple color. I'll go ahead and drag that over here because we might be using that later. Let's see what else we've got. This color. Paste that in there. Perfect. There's that color that we're going to need. So we're going to paste that in there. And that's the color that I want for this. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. And let's see. Let's go ahead and format this while we're here. I'm going to do all of my formatting on this one sheet. And then whenever I go to duplicate everything, it will have yeah, we'll turn them on. We'll turn them off. No grid lines, no zero lines, no rulers, and we'll turn off our headers. Turn off this header, and we'll do. Let's see. We need to do. Remember, so we need to get the title. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my title sheets be the little KPI numbers. So what I'm going to do here is, what we can't do, you'll see, is if I go in here and I replace this with sum of sales, Tableau is going to return a range. I think I talked about this one in one of my previous one of my previous ones. So as you can see here, it gave a range, right? It's giving the sum of sales here is 59,751 to 352,461, and the reason that's doing that is because this is an aggregate calculation, but our level of detail is by month, so that's what's happening, right? So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write an inline calculation here, and that's just going to be the total sum of sales. I'm going to leave that on detail. I'll take the default, since it's a table calculation, I'll leave the default across. But now we'll go to my I'll go here, and I actually need to add this total here. Right? And let's see, look at the formatting here. Looks like we've got, bring that there. Maybe make this a Tableau medium. Make that a Tableau light, and we'll call that sales. And that looks a lot bigger, so maybe a 20. It's kind of a guess here. You just kind of have to guess to what looks right. That looks pretty good. Okay, so that looks good. Do we have tooltips here? Do we need to think about? Yes, month of order date. Yep, so we'll leave that there. So we'll just delete that, and we'll turn off our turn off command buttons, turn off solo by selection, leave that there. There we go, right? And we'll call this sales KPI. All right, so now the good thing is now I can just go through and I can just duplicate this. I can just duplicate. This will be, let's see here, orders KPI, duplicate, profit ratio KPI. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go here. I'm going to change my sheet name to just what they are. I'm going to remove KPI. And the reason I'm going to do that is because now I can just come in here and change this to sheet name. Okay. And now, so we'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this, and then we'll duplicate it, and then we'll change this to orders, duplicate, profit ratio, and profit, duplicate, profit. There we go. Okay, so now we just go in here, and for each one of these, I'm going to double click in here and just replace my measures here. Count this. So in here, it'll actually, instead of sum of orders, it'll be count D of order ID. And we'll remove our headers here, and then I also need to do that here, so I need to replace that with total count D of order ID here. And you can see it went away, right? And the reason that it went away is because we changed the calculation in the header. So when you go here, it's going to be like missing field. So we'll just go in here and we'll just edit that, and we'll just take care of that right there. And that left it at medium, and I think that I bumped it up to 18. Yeah. Oh. He has a lot more orders. Count of orders. Interesting. What happens if I change that to a count? I'm not sure that count of orders is actually right, because count of orders is, let's just see, 994. Interesting. Number of orders. Now, so this could be, let's see if he said anything about on there. He didn't say that. Count of orders. I wonder why he did that, but I don't know. I don't know why he did that. That's not how I would have done it. I think count distinct orders is better, because our level of detail of our data set, or level of granularity of our data set, is there are multiple rows per ID, per order ID, because it's the level of granularity is one row represents a product from an order. Therefore, you've got multiple order IDs for orders that had more than one product in it. So that's why I would actually do a count distinct of order as opposed to order ID. But so actually, you know what? We're going to change that. So we're just going to go do that. I'm gonna pull an audible here, and I'm just going to do all these as orders, as distinct orders. So again, if you want the order, if the numbers are matching for you and that's how you like it, awesome. That's not how I like it, so I'm gonna do some data validation. So Tableau medium 18 is what I'm doing here. So I get 5,009 unique orders, and that feels good. That makes my that makes my heart happy. Okay, so then we have profit ratio. So if I do profit ratio, I don't need to aggregate it because it's already an aggregate calculation. So you'll see ag there. So how do we do total? If we do total here, right, and we just do profit ratio, what is that doing? Let's see. Let's see if that actually does what I think it won't. Oh, it's 20. Okay, well, we'll fix that. Total profit ratio. So essentially what it's doing when you do total profit ratio, which I'm glad it's doing that, is it is doing it for, because it's an aggregate calculation. Essentially what's happening is it's taking so hold on, let me fix my font here and then we'll go take a look at what is that profit ratio calculation for those of you who may not know what it is. So the profit ratio is a calculated field, and it is the sum of profit divided by the sum of sales. So whenever we wrap this whole thing in a total aggregation, essentially what it's going to do is it's going to do total sum of profit divided by total sum of sales, which is exactly what we want. So that's how that's working. So now we need to format this as a percentage, and it's just one decimal place. There we go. That looks good. 18, since that's what I did all my others in, and I just need to make sure this is also 18, just because that's what I feel good with. Okay. So now the next thing here is profit. So now we can just, now that profit is a row level value, so we can just do sum of profit, and then change here to sum of profit, and then come in here and do aggregate total sum of profit, which then changes everything else. So we'll have to go do that to Tableau medium 18. And there we go. So now 28 286, 286, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 990. We talked about that one, so there's an asterisk there. And then sales is that, right? So that's good. All right. So there's our 4K. So there's our 4 KPI cards that we're gonna do. Now we'll go create this cool. Now we'll go create this cool table here. So we'll call this the manufacturer table. Okay, so we'll take, that's in our product hierarchy. So we'll do product, or we'll do manufacturer. And we're going to do sales on text. And profit. There we go. So there's a quick tip, right? So if you want to quickly do a measure name, measure value deal here, there's two ways to do it. One, which is not the way that I generally do it, which is what you just saw me do, is to click and drag your second measure on top of your first. So you can see here, I'm just clicking and dragging it into the view, and I'm dragging it right on top where it says show me. That's one way to do it. Not the way that I generally do it. The way that I generally do it is I just double click on the second measure I want. If I double click on it, it's automatically going to make that for me. So I have count of orders, and I need to do that again. And we're going to do a distinct count of orders because I feel like that's right. All right. So yeah. So Sam also said in the chat here he also did that. Oh, and look, see, I should be paying attention to the chat. So, okay. So Luke Stanky said he did only a count of orders to focus on formatting. So that's good. So he wanted to be quick sheets. We don't have to worry about aggregation. Just throw some stuff together, and then the focus of the challenge is on formatting. So, got it. Good deal. All right, so it's exciting when people tune in to these. So thank you, Luke, for joining in. I appreciate it. Order ID. Do that. Click on that. That's going to order that. You see that things are kind of if you do that, Tableau will automatically sort your order ID or sort your measure names and measure values alphabetically. So that's something you'll have to kind of keep in mind. So now we'll do profit ratio here. And as you can see, it's like, well, why are these zeros? Because you have to format each one individually. Tableau will try to guess. It will try default to add the same number format to all of them, but then you can go in here and you can change it to what you want. All right, so now we'll go through and we'll make sure we get these in order. So we've got sales, profit, count of orders, and profit ratio. And now what we need to do is we need to do some measure names, measure values formatting. So what we'll do is we'll take our measure values and we'll click or we'll hold down Control or Command depending on your system, and we'll also drag measure names to color. Now, Tableau tries to give you one color for all of your measure values, and that was the way that it worked for a long time. And then we finally got the ability to use separate legends for measure names and measure values, which is really handy. You can also see that this is no longer a text. We want this to be a box to actually make it a highlight map, so we'll just change our mark type there. And then on the over on the left here, we'll just go through and make this, we'll do this as he prescribed. So we're doing a sequential here. So there it is. And I think he said, yes, so window sum. So Dhruv asked about window sum and total, and I'll get to that in just a second. Purple sequential is this color, which is the dark purple with 8 steps. So stepped color. Oh, yep, selected my color. Click OK. Stepped color 8. Come on, 8. There we go. That looks good. Click apply. We'll see how that turns out. We'll need to do quick formatting, nested sorting here for sales. There we go. That looks good. Now we'll do, now that we've got that set, we do not want to give people the ability to resort. Oh, yep, we do. Never mind. But if you wanted to turn that off, Tableau finally gave the ability to turn off worksheet filter or worksheet sorting, which is nice. So you can turn off sort controls by going up to Tableau worksheet in the menu and uncheck show sort controls, and you'll no longer see that. You'll no longer see the histograms or even the options of being able to sort. So sometimes that can be really helpful. All right, so we'll go through here the rest. Sum of sales. All right, sum of profit. You can see sum of profit and count of orders don't have any. How do we do that? Well, we need to do a custom diverging with white on either side. Come on, there you go. So we do custom diverging with white on either side. Click OK, and we'll set the advanced set to 0, and we'll do a 2-step. And now that's completely white. All right, so that's how you can do some cool custom color formatting if you want to do a measure names and measure values sheet, but you only want one or fewer. If you don't want all of them to be colored. So we'll go here, custom diverging. We'll do we'll color this again. There we go. Click OK. Step color 2, and we'll center it at 0. Wait, this is continuous, so we don't need diverging. We need custom sequential with 1 step. Oh, it only gives us 1. What is that? What does that do? Yeah, that gives me that. That's not what I want. How do I do that? Let me think about this. Just get rid of that? No, that doesn't do that. How does that work? Let me think about this. Why is this not working? There you go. Great. Excellent. That's a we need to highlight that. So Kelly talked about a really great idea. So if you're doing this a lot, we'll put that up longer. There you go. So if you're doing this a lot, add a custom. You can add these custom. You can add this white to white stuff to your TPS file. And be able to do that. Okay, so let me figure out why I'm not getting. I don't want that. I mean, I know I can fudge it, so that's what I'll do. I'll just fudge it here. So we'll do this, and we'll do that. And the way that we'll do that is we'll set the end to there, right? Click apply. Now it's all white. And then last thing we'll do is we'll edit this, and we're using what did he say? We're using this one. Gotta get all. Oh, not that yet. Here we go. click here, 9A105. There we go. And we'll put that in there. Get this. 7 sevens, all sevens. There we go. And this is 8 stepped. And I just like to make sure that we center it at 0. There we go. Okay, good deal. We'll do that entire view. Not entire view, fit width. That's what I meant. There we go. All right, let's see. What else do we need to do here? Is there anything else? I think we've got pretty much everything ready to go. We've got 5 sheets. We're good to go. He used 9 sheets. Interesting. We'll see how that works out. But I think we're good to go start with making our dashboard. So we're going to start with 1100 by 850. Let's see here. All right, so the background color is, don't know if I see it. That's all right. We'll figure this out. So what I'm gonna do, I always throw a blank or not a horizontal, a vertical container out first, because we tend to think in terms of vertical hierarchies. So I'm going to bring that to 8. Let's see here. So we'll do background. We'll start there. If it needs to be lightened up, we'll do that. All right. So what we need to do now is what I like to do, and maybe this is where my my sheets. I select don't show that. That turns into a container, or that turns into an object. All right. It turns into an object, but you can put that object. Oh, not that. You can turn that object into, you can put that object into another container. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll use that. Let's see here. I've got, he said 30 pixels all the way around. All right. So outermost padding of dashboard 20 pixels. So we'll go here, outer padding, all using the same 20 pixels. There we go. That looks good. Go ahead and edit our title here. Hashtag wow 2022 week 19. And then 12. This is like a medium. This is like a Tableau medium. Make that a little bigger. There we go. And then we'll do Tableau book on 12. Can you format a dashboard? Click apply. That looks good. All right. Let's see. Okay, that I see. I see that now. All right, but so this, what he's saying here, I should have read that KPI text. The title is 9. That seems really small, but whatever, it works. So we'll do that. And so we'll just go in here. 9. And we'll do this. So as you're watching me do this, next week is Tableau conference. which is very exciting. I will be there. The entire WOW family will be there. All the coaches will be there, and we hope that you will too. We're going to have a Workout Wednesday live. It's going to be quick. It's a 30-minute meetup. Bring your laptops if you're going to be there. But having said that, there will not be a live stream of it. So next week we'll not have a live stream video similar to what I do every year, or what I do every week. And but very excited to finally be back in person. There's a lot of you that I'm hopeful to meet. If you're going to be out there, please come say hi. Really looking forward to it. All right, let's see. Okay, so that worked. So that got down. All right, so Peter's got a question for you all. When doing a build like this, do you build all your sheets first, then put them on the dashboard, or do you go back and forth and between sheet build and dashboard build? All sheets first for me. I always build my sheets first, and then I'll build the dashboard, and then I'll figure out, oh yeah, I needed another sheet, and then another sheet, and then another sheet. But so I start with the base sheets of what I need, and then I'll build a dashboard, and then I'll figure out what needs to be added and what needs to be removed. So that's how I do it. If you have other approaches, please don't hesitate to drop that in the chat as well for Peter. So all right, so we're here now. We need to figure out what do we want to do next. Let's do this. Let's do a horizontal container. And that got really big, but that's okay. Let's put in 3 images. Oh, image file, okay. Oh, that's why, maybe. Oh, they're not images. Not images. That was not the right kind. It is a download. There we go. So download PDF, download image, download PowerPoint. So we'll remove those, and now we can edit these to be, so this one is image. It's going to be an image button. We'll choose the image. I already downloaded these from the website before, so you didn't have to watch me do that. Yep, image. Click OK. We'll resize that. Obviously, we're not going to keep the icons that big, but image, PDF, image button, choose PDF. Edit button, download to PowerPoint, download image, choose an image, PowerPoint. Click OK. Now, the reason I did that is because I want to distribute these. No, I thought maybe I did. Oh yeah. I thought I put a horizontal in there. I wanted to put a horizontal here. So it's a horizontal inside of horizontal, but then each of these are going to be in their own horizontal. So those will be distributed evenly. There we go. All right, so now we can take this entire thing and we'll edit the height of this. Width, height. All right, so we'll do, let's see what 100 looks like. Well, why does that do that? Okay, fine. Distribute evenly. Maybe we won't distribute evenly. We'll just put a blank in there to shove everything to the other side. There we go. And it looks like we can drop that. Well, that'll be all right. Okay, so those are pretty big on the dashboard. Let's see. Yeah, those are okay, I guess. If you wanted to add some more space, you could, but I think these are pretty good for now. Maybe if Luke decides to be nice, then we can leave it there. If I need to go back and actually make it pixel perfect, then I can. We'll play with that later. But for the rest of it, let's talk about the rest of it. So the first thing in this container, which we can look in our object hierarchy, which is the tiled, which is inside of this vertical. I don't know why that's there, so I'm just going to remove that. And I'm going to put a blank in there because that's what I want. That's what I do. Put a blank in there. Let's see. Do I actually need that to be a vertical? I don't think I do. Oh, yeah. No. No. This actually needs to be a vertical. Or a horizontal, excuse me. So we'll start with a horizontal here. Right there. We'll get rid of this vertical one for now. Well, no, we're going to need it. So let's do our... All right, so to get these tabs on here, so we'll look at here. So to get these tabs, you're actually going to be layering. You're going to be... The way that I do it is a little different, probably. So I layer containers within each other. So I nest containers, which is probably going to take me over the limit of the number of containers that were used to build this dashboard. But we'll go from there. All right, so that's kind of the way that I approach this. So what I'm going to do in order to get, we'll do the manufacturer table first here. So what I'm going to do is I'll just put, it doesn't matter what it is. We'll just put a, well, first I need to put a blank inside of this one. And then I can put a vertical, in there. So now I've got that. We'll do, so there's that, and then we'll put our manufacturer table in here. But before we do that, we are going to select this guy, and it is going to be the background color of this darker purple color, which I saved here. All right, so that's the background. And then what I'm going to do is if I put, maybe I can do this. If I put that there, I don't need my title. And so now we're going to play with some formatting here. So I don't need, so we'll get rid of everything here. Not 40, 0. There we go. See, I get this little weird thing right here. So if I go format, my paint bucket, my worksheet is white. Oh, not that white. This white. See, I still get this little corner thing right here, which is really weird, right? So the way that I'm going to get around that, so I'm going to go back here and clear my formatting there. Okay, so the way that I do this, the way that I've gotten around it, is I'll put a vertical. I'll put another container within this horizontal container. All right, so there's a vertical. There's a vertical which is transparent, and then there's the horizontal behind it, right? I'm going to put the, so I'm going to use my, let's see here. Where is my, and you can tell which one you're looking at because you've got, you kind of use the item hierarchy here to kind of figure this out. So what I'll do is I'll keep this one as white. I'll keep this one as, and then this one here is actually going to be white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to drop him in there. Now it looks like it's all black, but now what I can do is I can take, if I do four pixels of outer padding on the inside container, I get all of this. So now I can remove this so we get more room here. Spread this out, right? So now you can kind of see how you get that, right? So it's actually, and if you look at your containers again, we'll bring this out. So my manufacturer table is inside of a vertical container. That vertical container that sheet is in is 100% white background with 4 pixels of upper outer padding. And then that vertical container is inside a dark purple container that has 0 padding, right? So that's how I do it. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's probably not the best way to do it. I'm sure there's resources out there that I could learn how to do that better. But that's just the way that I do it for now. So until I learn a better way, that's what I've got. Okay, so then you just kind of have to duplicate that process for each of your KPI cards, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to that's right. That's exactly right, Peter. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's the way I do it. So until I learn it. So yeah. All right. So now we just need to go through here and kind of redo this process. And so I think what we'll do is, so this is a vertical container, and we'll have, what is this? Oh yeah, I can remove these for now. I don't remove. +1 if you do a lot of stuff in the item hierarchy. I sure do. I really wish I could like click and drag things and I can select things, but it'd be really cool if I could select this horizontal container and then pick it up and then drop it in the hierarchy where I want it. That's what I would love. Man, if Tableau would give me that ability, that would be super cool. All right, so I have to leave that there because otherwise it goes away. So we'll keep that there for now. But I think what we're ready to do now is we'll have, so again, horizontal. Yes, there it is, right there. See, right there. Being able to move things in the hierarchy would be great. All right, so what we need to do is just drop in a bunch of containers, one for each of our KPIs. I would think so. So Kelly's asking if there's an idea for that. I'm sure there is, because they just added the ability to they just added some functionality to the item hierarchy on web authoring, I think, or on the web edit. I can't remember exactly what that was, but I think that's out there. Okay, so now we can remove this now because we don't need it. That's what it was, copy and paste. I remember they did that, but there was something else they did in the item hierarchy. I can't remember. Okay, let's see. What else are we going to do here? I think what we'll do is we will we'll background each of these dark. And you might be thinking, well, if you do that, they're just going to be stacked on top of each other. But we're going to play with padding here to get our spacing. So if we scroll back over here, we're going to play with this. We're going to do some padding here. So I think if I do outer padding, see, maybe this won't work. So maybe this won't work. But yes, there it is. Okay, so we'll do that. But we need, actually what we need here is 4 here and on the bottom. But then we'll do on this one, we'll do 4 here No, not all sides. All sides equal. 4 here, 4 here. Outer padding, 4 here, 4 here. And then on the entire thing, well, we also need, yeah, there's nothing on the top. So then on this entire vertical, we'll do 4 on the outside. And then we need to come here, and we need to do 4 on the outside. No, not that one. That one. There. Right. So now we're starting to, you can start to kind of see how this is kind of all kind of come together here. So now we'll drop our sales in here and we'll fiddle with this until we get it right. So this is again another reason. So Tableau adds separation. So you see how my title of the worksheet is white. So if I do format title, shading, white, I get kind of there, but for some reason Tableau adds this weird space between the title and the worksheet. I don't know why that's there. It's always bugged me since I've been using Tableau. It's just weird. So so we'll go here. We'll make that white. Does that take it away? No, that doesn't. See, that doesn't take it away. It's weird. I don't know. White. Let's see if I make all these white. I would want this to go away, and that doesn't work. So we're back to square one, which is we have to layer in containers inside. And unless somebody teaches me a better way, this is the way I do it. So we'll go in here, and if I put this worksheet inside of this white one, which is inside of that, right? Now I'm good, but now I can go to my vertical container here. You need to make the background of the worksheets. Yeah, I did that. I tried that. Here, we'll look. So here, so here's what so Rodrigo says you need to turn the background of the worksheet white. Okay, so I'm here, right? I go here, format, worksheet, paint bucket. It's white. The pane is white. The header is white. For some reason, you can't get this little silly white. You still get this little purple strip. Why not? Oh, not there, the dashboard. Okay. Oh, okay. This guy. Make this background white. Well, that's pretty smart, Rodrigo. See? You guys are teaching me all the stuff. See? Man. This is why I do this. I don't do this just to teach other people. I do this so you guys can teach me stuff. There it is. Look at that. All right. Well, awesome. So I just learned how to remove all of my a bunch of my duplicate containers. Oh, I feel so good right now, guys. This is awesome. And gals, thank you, everyone. Let's see. We'll do that. Yep, look at that. Hot dog. My goodness. Okay. Well, cool. All right. So now we'll just throw in here. We'll go up. Look at this. We'll go here instead of doing all this formatting the title. We'll just go here to the background, change that white. My goodness, this is gonna save me so many objects on my dashboards. We'll do that, and then we'll go here, and then we'll do 4. Profit ratio. See, and it all comes back to. Let's see. It all comes back to Peter's comment about All right, it all comes back to this. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's the best way, but it's the way I do it until I learn a better way. I have learned the better way. So that's fun. So appreciate everyone's involvement in this today. It's been, well, I've certainly learned things, so that's good. That's what it's all about, right? This is why we do Workout Wednesday, right? And this is one of the reasons why I started doing these live streams is because I would have been, think of the effort that would have been, it would have taken for me to, do all this, create the blog post, create the video post, send it out to the community. Somebody would have to watch it and then reply to it, and then, but in real time when it's a live stream, you just type on it and I can figure it out. That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work, always. All right, so this was fun. All right, so now we'll go here. We'll set the background, and this is kind of blowing my mind here. So there we go. All right. All right, so I think what we can do here, if we wanted to make these smaller, we could probably just bump up the padding here to, what does 15 look like? Yeah, that's pretty good. What does 20 look like? 20 looks even better than 15. So we'll do all this to 20. And so now we've got outputs, which is good. We've got dashboards, we've got spacing, we've got borders, we've got tabs, we've got KPIs. We've got, we need inner padding on all these sheets now, right? So on the sheets, we need inner padding of, I think he said 5, is that right? No, 10 here. Inner padding of all sheets is 10, okay. There we go. And this sheet should be 10 as well. There we go. Got that good. All right, we've got that. Add 4 pixels of paddings to the top of that one, please. Top of which one, Rodrigo? The sales one? I don't know, because I want them to match. I want them to match up. I want the tops to match. So maybe I already did it, but let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see if is it an exact match? Probably not. Oh, the width. The width is the width of the KPI cards. So this guy, we can do that real quick. 300 width. And do we have a bigger font here? Let's see. I certainly have more space, so maybe we need to come in here. Maybe it's not. We'll just double the size. What's that look like? That looks pretty good. Oh, and we need row dividers. Format. No. Whoa, that looks bad. Format. Line. Borders. Row dividers. At this level. There we go. So there's that. And we need to bring out the manufacturer header a little bit. There we go. Looks good. Yeah. Cool. I think this looks pretty good, everyone. So that was fun. I learned something. You guys kind of blew my mind there. So yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff that I don't need. So yeah, I could actually, so I can get rid of, right? We can get rid of this. Remove container, which makes that look like that. Oh yeah, but nope, I still needed that one. The profit this one. Oh yeah, I added it to the wrong one. That's right. Good call. Yeah, there's 4 there. Right there. So, all right. I think that wraps up. That wraps this up. Actually, you know what I like to do? So, there's 20 pixels of padding around around this, right? So 20 pixels of padding. So what I like to do is I like my gutters, so my margins are 20. I like my gutters to be the same. So what I'll do here is, instead of this, we'll do 10 here, and then 10 here, and 10 here, so that we have. Now this may be overkill. You may not feel like doing this, and that's okay. Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't do that. Good call. There it is. That's what you were looking at. There we go. That's what they're called, gutters. In graphic design, at least that's what I was told them they were called. The space between items. You have the margins on the outside, but then the inner margins are called the gutters. Let's see, not that one. This one. There we go. So now the space between the objects is the same space as the margins. So that's what I do. All right. How many containers did I end up at the end? Too many, I'm sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I count my tile as one? What happens if I remove that? Does everything go away? I don't know, but I can just turn that back. But then I've got this format the dashboard. Default shading is this color. Is that how it does? Yeah, there we go. All right, so now let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remove that last vertical. This one, right here. Well, if I remove that, then I get all of that, and I still get this purple. Oh, is that? Oh, because the worksheet. Yes, I know. So get this worksheet here. Format the worksheet white. There it is. Like that. Yep. That looks good. Pick the worksheet. Did that. There we go. All right. We're going to call this good for the sake of time. It's 1:15. That's an hour-long live stream. I think we'll cut it off there. Learned a lot. Hopefully you all learned as much as I did or more. This was a lot of fun. Again, next week, Tableau conference. There will not be a YouTube live stream. But Erica has a great challenge lined up. It's going to be a super easy one because we only have 30 minutes. Oh, yes. So we talked about the difference between the total and the window sum. There's not much difference. The only difference is you can set your... No, because you can partition totals and window sums. Does it have to do with the partitioning? So Daruv is asking about what is the difference between using a total window calculation and a window aggregation. table calculation. Yep. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. So I think the total. If you use total, you don't get it's just going to use whatever the inside aggregation is, right? The total is just going to, I think that's the biggest difference. If I'm not mistaken, and if anybody on the chat has any other ideas or thoughts, please type them. But the total table calculation is going to use whatever aggregation is inside the initial calculation. So if I do total sum of sales, you can only do a sum, right? It will only sum up across the partition. However, with window functions and window calculations, you can change the level of aggregation for your window functions. Meaning, I can say the window average of the sum of sales would be the average across each of these bars, right? That would be the overall average across all bars. That would look like, we can just write it out here. Window average sum of sales, right? And that would be you'd be able to see a line right here that would be the average. But if I just do total, the only aggregation option you have is to do it through the sum, right? Because that's what's inside that. So does that help, Deruv? Hopefully that helps. So if you want to do a function, if you want to aggregate across a bunch of different marks, and you want to be able to do an aggregation at a different level than what aggregation you're doing in your calculation, that's when a window function. So to answer your question, what is the difference between total sum of sales and window sum of sales? Absolutely nothing. They are the same, right? If you set the partitions at the same idea. So hopefully that helps. Appreciate it. We will, like I said, we'll be going back. Got it. Excellent. Good deal. All right, so we'll come back to this. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. For those of you who are going to be in Vegas, can't wait to see you. Can't wait to meet you. For those of you who are going to be virtual, make sure you turn in to Tableau Conference all week next week. It's going to be a good time. And with that, go forth and viz.